This is the 21st of April, right? Because I'm bad at months. April?
Yep.
April?
Yes, it's April.
2022.
How long have you been in that basement?
I'm Commander Jay Antrax, and this is the Loose Screws Podcast. We are sorry we missed last week.
Are we
Yep. Okay about it.
Yep. But the point is, we're back and there's a giant crew. There's basically 2 episodes worth of people here. So running down the line really quickly, we're going to start at the top.
Don't get it twisted. He forced us to be here.
If half these fuckers would have been here last week, we would have had a show. That's all I got to say.
Well, that's right, because that would have been exactly 1 episode's worth of people.
Good God.
Okay, we've got Chig.
I already talked.
Dubs.
Yes, that's me.
Data.
Hello.
Are you sure that's
Marigold.
Data?
Hi.
Hate.
Greetings and salutations.
And Teflon.
Present.
You
All
skipped
right.
Jan Track's soundboard.
And also my soundboard. Okay, hold on. Wait,
And Craig and Georg.
Beep, boop, bop.
Thick, thogoid booty.
There you go.
And thank you, soundboard, for saying hello. So listen, I had a very long day. I was doing a vocal recording session that lasted absolutely all day. And even though it is work that I do sitting in a chair, it is absolutely exhausting because your brain uses more calories than any other part of your body. And
Well, some of us.
Well, I mean, how many ridges do you
Some
have?
of us are smooth-brained.
Not dogs.
Brain is very efficient and uses little to no power.
No heat.
It also processes little to nothing.
No heat and underpowered, just like his scout.
Yep.
Oh, God. Okay, so what I'm meaning to say, though, is I have no idea what's going on in the galaxy, and I am exhausted, and I am going to, hopefully, with 2 episodes worth of cast members, I will be able to not talk very much. Let's circle around and see what's been going on for a couple of weeks. Chig, I would like you to speak first. Go now.
Yeah, because that's the latest.
Chig.
That
What?
didn't happen.
Cue cricket noises.
Is he there?
Dead air.
I was doing it on purpose because he wanted
Oh.
everybody to talk about himself. So that was a joke. That was a joke for myself. And
Oh,
I-
man.
Self-own.
yes, yeah. So I'm all about that. So what was the question again?
The question was, what's up, brah?
Oh, not much, bro. Yeah, I don't know. We've just been killing aliens. We've gotten back into CQC a little bit. We're going to do CQC again this Sunday. I've already put an event on the event thing. What is that thing? Where it's got days and stuff on it. A calendar.
It's called the event board. Yep.
Yeah, the event
thing.
calendar. Yeah, I put it on the calendar for Sunday at 2:00 Texas time. That would be 7:00 UTC, 8:00 British time. And Colin Ford from Lave Radio showed up last week. He was there for like 3 matches and then had to go, but it was Easter.
It was a holiday.
We did manage to, get some matches in on the holiday, which surprised me. I mean, we played for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, which really surprised me for a holiday. This week, hopefully we get a better turnout, but it was a lot of fun. Everybody that showed up had a blast, and we're going to do it again, hopefully
Get
more.
it? A blast?
A blast. Haha, we shot each other in the face. And yeah, since last week's non-episode, there's been 2 holidays, Easter and then that a pothead one yesterday that people were talking about all day. So yeah, it's been an active, world as far as holidays go, I guess. And in real life, I'm working again, and that sucks having to go, leave the house. But
Wah.
yeah, that's my life.
Cool, bruh. Cool story.
This bra
Stop
thing you're
it.
taking up, you can stop that one.
Stop it
Okay,
right
are we done?
That's
It's
run
over
its
already?
course. Yeah.
You're cruising for a beating.
Dubs, how have you been since we last spoke?
My turn. So, my trigger finger got the better of me, and I had to come back and kill bugs. So I boarded an escape pod off of Roy's carrier just to find out the last station that I had safely docked at, that you could be at on foot, was still out in the middle of nowhere. It was one of those like random ones on some string out towards what was it? One of the nebulas that the Thargoids were at.
Oops.
But yeah, so I got stuck there with no ship, and the shuttle folks said that they wouldn't take me anywhere because everywhere was too far. There were no systems within their range.
So why is
So-
the desk even there on a station that's not in range of anything?
They could take you to one of the in-system Odyssey
Oh,
settlements
okay.
if you really wanted to. But I mean, just that's something to keep an eye on when you're going to head way out into the black and you think you might use a DSSA carrier. Is make sure the last station you were at is somewhere close to or within the bubble. Because I wound up having to jump my fleet carrier down to pick myself up after I bought a cheap little hauler. But now I'm killing Thargoids again, which is great. And I'm gonna keep pounding on them with my Diamondback Scout until I get it to where I can take out a Dusa.
Wow. All right.
But that may take a while because it is so underpowered that if I don't turn off all my heat sinks except for one, I can choose to have my weapons deployed or manage my pips, but not both.
Because why?
Because I want those thermals as low as possible. And I am still convinced that the Thargons don't require you to trigger their suicide response if you're running clean drives. They hate those things for some reason. And every ship I have that runs them for thermals, they just go for them. And they instantly start suiciding, even before the first heart's down.
Have you ever
Could
thought
it be you?
it's just you?
No, because I tested this in my Phantom, I think it was. I noticed, I was like, hey, why do they keep suiciding me? I'm not going through the ring. I'm not triggering them in any way. So I switched to dirty drives and instantly it just stopped. Switch back to clean drives and they start that shit again. They're
Okay,
assholes.
how about this? They actually do it all the time, but when you have dirty drives, you're fast enough to avoid it.
Dun dun dun.
Like, you really think that 30 meters a second is going to matter?
You really
No, but I
think
felt
that
like it made a
tiny
pretty
bit
good
of
sassy
cooler is gonna
remark.
matter?
It's okay. It's a slightly valid point. It might be true. I might just be narrowly escaping triggering them. But anyways, that's enough of me. Who's next?
Hey,
It looks like Data's next.
hey.
It's the same guy.
Wait, when do we change your? Wait, so we talked about this. So you're going out for some more edumacation, as they say. So pretty soon you're going to be Doctor, Lieutenant Commander, Commander. No, wait, Doctor, Commander, Lieutenant Commander, Data. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
All done with all that. Been working through grad school for the past few years. Finished up all those things, the defense, the writing, and all that. March.
Nice.
Yay.
I
So
was so proud of you.
thank you. So come graduation, yeah, it'll all be officially done.
So you'll be a
We should-
doctor who can perform open heart surgery now, right?
On you,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes,
We should
everyone
all-
with a PhD can do open heart surgery.
Yeah,
we should
that's
all
how,
road
that's how it
trip out
works.
to his graduation so we can embarrass him.
Woo! I'm not going. I'm not going to my own graduation.
So who will we embarrass then?
Yeah.
Well, Dubs will go collect your diploma for you or your doctorate for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
sound close enough according to some people. I could probably just assume his life and become him.
We'll just go pick one person out of the crowd and cheer like we're a bunch of like rowdy English football fans.
See,
Soccer hooligans.
And
You-
walk
Yeah.
up there looking like Randy Quaid in Christmas Vacation in the bathrobe, carrying a beer, and
you are seriously not going to walk for a PhD?
It's in central Missouri. It's like a 10-hour drive
Ooh.
for me.
hey,
Bill.
I just
10
realized
hours.
now we can meet there.
What is 10
Yeah.
hours? That's nothing.
Oh, so an hour,
600 minutes?
it's how we measure time, Doug.
Oh, God.
So there's 24 hours in a day.
When the big hand goes around the clock once,
Yeah.
that's an
Wait,
hour.
no. The big hand?
The
Like,
big
are we talking
hand?
the long hand or the wide one? Which one's big?
wide.
Ask your wife.
Are you asking the difference between length and girth?
You
Not
say
the
big
TikTok
hand.
Not
Oh,
TikTok, but the
okay.
slow one. Yeah.
Yeah, see this whole concept of time completely new to me. Never heard of it
Yeah.
before.
He's really used to the big hand.
It points at the one that says
Okay.
1 in
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
B.
I'm starting to regret bringing this up. Anyway, congratulations. What's been going on this
Thanks.
past couple of weeks, David?
But you guys are keeping me in elite with having fun with the AX nights. I try to make it into those. That's been about all that's interested me in elite recently. I got a few months of Xbox Game Pass on PC, so I've been trying out a couple different games, and right now I'm working through the Halo Infinite campaign. It's fun. It's Halo, that you know and love, in an open map, bit of an open map format. So having a good time with that. Working through it in bits and pieces at a time.
The ending just punches you in the mouth, and then the ending punches you in the mouth again.
Spoilers.
No, that's no spoilers. That's no spoilers.
What? I didn't know I was going to get punched in the mouth.
My history with John Halo is that's his name, right?
That's what I heard.
I played through
Dave.
Halo 1 through 3 back when those came out. Campaign co-op, which I'm really missing in Halo Infinite, by the way. It's a real tragedy. There's no co-op. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the story, but it really doesn't matter that much.
Are there still aliens and guns?
It's the same aliens just mixed together. Yep. The guns are fun. They're all pretty unique feeling to me. So and you have a grappling hook. You're this like 7 foot tall, 500-pound dude, and you have a grappling
1,000
hook.
pounds.
Yeah, and you can zip around. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like Halo's been around since 2001. So, like,
yeah. Yep. So that's been my game of choice as of late. In real life, been keeping busy with kids' baseball. Baseball kicked off a few weeks ago, or pitched off, whatever you call it. So been staying pretty busy with that. It's not like coaching people that know what they're doing, where you can just kind of stay in the dugout and coach from there. You got to be like out there all the time, keeping these kids from hurting themselves.
What age group is this?
Probably like 6 to 8 year olds.
So
it's
yeah,
like
UH, yeah,
coach pitch, minor league.
Yeah.
Sort of what this is. So yeah, you have to be very active running around the field.
Vaya Dios.
But it's fun. It's fun.
And exhausting. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be out of pocket next week for work. And that's about all. That's about all I could think of.
What does out of pocket mean in this case?
Out of town, I guess I should have said.
Oh.
Out of town. So
you couldn't just say out of town?
I thought out of pocket might be like a bit of lingo that I wasn't familiar with.
Out of pocket.
Out of
touch. Out of
quicker
touch.
to say.
I thought it was out of touch.
Out of touch would work. Yeah. Out of pocket is an extra syllable. What are you doing?
If I use lingo, then it makes me seem important.
Lingo shortens things.
Until you have to explain it.
Or does it thicken them?
Thick. Thick like a gargoyle.
Sargoid.
There it is.
Booty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're never gonna get old.
No. Oh, we're putting a new swimming pool in, an above ground pool. So I'll be digging a hole in the ground.
Oh, we're definitely coming over.
Wait a minute.
The stairs that go nowhere or below them?
Below them, so you can climb to the top of the stairs and admire the pool from the top.
And then how do you get down?
They haven't figured that out yet.
Figure that out yet.
You can't.
The water slide. That's
You
why
zip
there's
line.
no stairs coming down.
You do realize you just said above ground pool and I'm digging a hole in the same sentence.
A shallow
You-
hole.
You gotta put the right kind of dirt under it or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
RGB.
Yeah.
What?
Definitely RGB.
Wait, how is
No.
RGB involved in this too?
I don't know. It's
I mean-
involved in everything else. So
Look, everything has RGB. You're just gonna have to get on with this one. It's,
Yeah, man, you're gonna have to get over your
All right,
pretentiousness
hold on.
of
I'm gonna
RGB.
turn it on. I'm gonna turn it on right now.
His computer's about to speed up, guys.
LEDs. Okay, so I've got the logo
on.
on the back and the logo on the top, and I can set them independently. So what do you want to see? You want to see static, breathing, rainbow, color
this-
cycle,
wait,
rainbow
wait.
wave. What's rainbow
Rain.
wave?
This is a
Brain is the one.
non-visual format we're doing right now. We can't see any of this.
You just told me I need
Oh,
to turn on my RGB.
Oh.
I can hear his fan from here.
Temperature. I can
it's
have
only
it,
1,000 miles.
I can have it show GPU temperature.
There you go.
Rad. Okay, save. Is it working? Oh, it's working. It's blue. I guess that means it's cool.
It means cold. That is what
Super
It
cool.
looks like it's.
Yeah.
It's like. According to this, it's near 20 degrees. That can't be right. But actually, it's 35, 36 degrees. I mean, it's only running Elite in flat screen, so yeah, it's not hot. Okay. I guess it's not going to turn green until it gets to 50 degrees.
You should. Can you get it set to change color by GPU utilization? Then you could see.
Oh,
That'd be
wait, monitor
cool.
temperature. No, I can't. It'll only do
Oh,
temperature.
okay.
I can change the thresholds, though, so I can make it respond at lower temperatures.
Okay.
You just have to
That's-
map out at what temperatures your GPU is at different utilizations, and you're going to have to make a custom tune on that.
I don't think that's how it works.
I mean, it'll eventually settle out at a given temperature if it's at a given load for X amount of time.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
help you with the spikes.
You could just buy a smart light bulb you can plug into a lamp and change the colors on that instead.
I've been putting those in my house. I really like those actually.
Yeah,
Turning
they're
on
pretty
lights
nice.
around the house using my phone. It's pretty cool actually.
Get your RGB control software controlling the light bulbs in the room. When you get lightninged by the Thargoid, they just start flashing yellow.
That would be
Through
awesome.
the entire house, the family starts diving for cover.
And install
Upstairs,
giant
they're like,
rumble
"Oh, it's-
fucking motors
it's happening
under
again."
the floor.
We're weirdos. I love it.
Yep, this is fun. All right, who's next? Yeah,
What are
me
you
too.
Hey, now.
volunteers for that?
Here, let me
Everybody has the
look
same
real
list I
quick.
do.
I don't know. On my screen, Nurgle's next. But
Yep.
by the way, Data, when you say something's out of pocket, that means it's like
You're
it
paying
doesn't
for
make
it.
sense.
Yeah.
It means you're
Means-
out of touch.
It
Yes,
means what? It means
it's an old Southern phrase. It means you're
If you
out of
say-
touch.
if you say
really?
bruh, that's out of pocket. That means that you're way off base.
No, if you say bruh, you're an idiot.
Bruh.
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 Nurgle.
Bruh.
Okay. Okay.
Nurgle.
Go back. Edit.
Go.
Edit all this out, Trax. Edit all this
Okay.
out. Forget.
Okay,
Edit
it's
out
gone.
that I
Like it.
said.
They want
That
it.
I.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
leave in the part where
Right.
you said edit this out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Edit. that
Only
out.
leave that in. Remove
Edit
the rest
that
of it,
out.
though.
Yeah.
Remove
Yeah.
data from everywhere except
Just-
for that one
Yeah, just
sentence.
bleep out everything else except for edit this out.
See, this is how we end up with like 2-hour episodes that have no topic.
You
we-
start
yeah,
when
but-
you're driving this ship.
But if
Yeah,
we
okay.
edit
Never
all of
give
this
us stuff.
out, we'll have a short episode. So we'll just
Yeah.
edit it all
Okay.
out. So we
There
got
you go.
a 6-minute episode.
There we go. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
'Cause if we
I don't
keep
know.
going
Alec,
like this, I'm going to be snoring before we finish. So
Alec
Okay,
Turner
I-
really liked it last time we just put this out.
He did. That's
Yeah.
true.
So no, we just finished archery season for the kids. Took a bunch of kids to the state tournament, which went fine, except for the fact that we had to ask a parent to leave.
Oh, tell me that story, please.
Oh.
There's nothing to tell. Mom and dad are divorced. Kids live with mom. He's a great kid. Dad is a spectacular asshole
Oh.
and just likes to show up. And as soon as son makes some shot that's not perfect with the bow, he wants to yell and scream about what he needs to do. And We had to have him
Yeah.
escorted from the building, and it's
I'm sorry about that.
yeah. And I hate it because this particular kid is just such a great kid, and he's harder on himself than his dad could ever be. But his dad yelling and screaming and just gets him nervous and off his game because he's 10 years old.
Yep.
And I hated to be the one to ask him to leave, but someone had to be the one to ask him to leave. And I decided that if he's going to make me be an asshole, I'm just going to have to be the asshole.
You walked up and you said, "Bruh, you got to get out of here."
not
You're out of pocket.
Not quite like that, but not quite like that. But because my first stop was with security, it's like, hey, back me up on this.
Right.
But well, we would like to ask you to leave. What? So yeah. And then, I really haven't had a lot of time to play. I've been able to get on for maybe an hour here and there, update some BGS stuff, but I haven't had a lot of time to play. And then, the only really notable thing that happened at work is we had a company come in and do a demo of a remote control. Well, they call it a lawnmower drone, but my gut reaction to this is the last thing anybody needs is an autonomous 45 horsepower 4-blade machine rolling around on a field.
That is fucking terrifying.
It is. That has a Terminator vibe to it.
Oh yeah.
And they swear it's got all kind of sensors on it to keep it from running over little Johnny, but that's the last thing anybody needs.
Wow. What how much does something like that cost your taxpayers?
I think that thing is like $18,000.
That I was expecting more actually, but that's wow.
No, it's actually not that expensive, but I mean, it makes a lot of sense. The technology, I just don't quite think we're there yet. But
yeah,
because again, nobody. This thing's huge. It's like the size of a car. Well, size of a small like a ATV or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the bigger ones. It's maybe 8x8. But still, 45 horsepower and 4 blades, and it's rolling around out there by itself in the middle of a field. And I don't think anything good comes from that.
No, we're already. Now we're getting sidetracked again, but I've been watching. At my new job, a lot of the new tech they're putting in vehicles, and the self-driving cars and all this stuff, and even just the minor little steering corrections they can do for you. But right now, all of our the tech that they're putting in these cars, they can stop the car, they can drive the car, they can put the brakes on, they can do all of these things. They can park it. Imagine if just randomly Skynet decides, hey, let's just crash a bunch of cars into each other. How many people would die instantly? But what the economy of the entire country would happen to it in just minutes if that happened. They're talking about getting autonomous, trucks and everything else. I don't know, man. I'm going to sound like a paranoid person, but I don't want any of this shit. Now you're talking 4-bladed autonomous lawnmowers driving around. Yep. Never going to the park again.
Yeah, I know. And the funny thing is, I'm one of those people that I look forward to the day when I can get in my car in the morning and just say, take me to work while I read the paper or something else.
While I drink this vodka.
Or while no, in the morning it'll be coffee. Vodka's on the way home.
Oh, if you were rich, you could do that now.
But we're not there yet. And it's funny. Because I hear this in my head that I can't wait for the day when I can hop in my car and say, drive me to work. But God, no, I don't want the lawnmower out there running around by itself. And there's, this dichotomy in my brain that doesn't make sense with that. But hey, that's where I am.
Yeah.
As long as it's not internet connected, it's not like it can receive new commands.
Yeah, it's not like it can receive death commands from Russia.
Well, all of our cars can. So I'm guessing this thing probably has some kind of uplink.
If it's not connected to the internet, that means you have to chase it down and physically interface with it to give it new commands. That seems like a much bigger problem to me.
It works on a GPS fence. So you're able to
So
geofence
it's a
the
dog.
area, basically.
With giant
But
blades. spinning
it
around.
does have a little control panel. It has a wireless control panel, which I'm going to assume is Bluetooth that connects to it. We didn't actually talk about that, but so I mean, you can actually control it. It's got limited. It says the range is like 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
So
So you
But
got to get
still.
close enough to EMP it, and then
yeah,
Or just
you're
let
fine.
it go.
I don't know why you're
It'll
worried
run.
about this.
It'll run out of
And-
battery eventually.
well, you know, and they said that it's got sensors to keep it from running over things, and that the sensor will
Wait. It's its job to run over things technically. Just
From running-
saying.
the theory there, I think, is to keep it from running over living things. And
Grass is living.
Grass,
Oh, yeah,
Grass
okay.
is living.
Atlantis.
You know, one of my coworkers asked, you know, what's the size limit? Yeah, I guess he's thinking like, you know, like the sensors in your house for a burglar alarm will only detect things over a certain real size.
Sure.
And the guy said it'll detect things down to about 10 pounds. And I'm thinking, okay, well
that's a weight,
Hi,
not
Fifi.
size.
that eliminates, you know, all but the very tiniest of children, but that leaves a lot of dogs and stuff in play.
Babies, newborns. Like, come on. Think
Yeah,
about
but
it.
you get well, you know.
newborns left in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not an awful lot of newborns that are left in the middle of an open field in the middle of the day. So
Guys, where the hell did this go?
into a dark place. It went to a very dark place very quickly. So we just need to move on. I'm punting to hate. Go.
I was on a job site the other day, and they were backfilling a trench that had been excavated, and this guy had this little remote controlled little steamroller that he could drive around and walk behind it.
my God.
Kind of a similar vein here.
Yeah. That'd do some
Compacting the
damage.
soil. Yeah.
This
Do some damage to a newborn.
Yeah. Totally defenseless. They are.
Yeah.
I think probably how to describe lawn machinery, the metric we should use is how effective it would be at killing babies, right?
No.
I like
No,
how
we-
we're gonna.
This could do about one baby an hour.
No.
An hour? That's a really long time, my dude.
This is not very effective
No, is it
machinery. You want to be
killing
able to
him?
do way more babies per hour.
Is it killing that baby slowly, or just you can only kill that baby?
No. Stop.
It really doesn't matter. The point is your BPH on that lawn equipment is not good enough, and you're going to have to come up with a better proposal before the town's going to buy the equipment.
I like how we're going to go from this topic to the guy who most recently had a baby.
You might
Hey,
have a baby in his arms right now.
Save us, please.
The kids are in bed. They're doing good.
Are you
Uh,
sure they're in
They're
bed?
not in a field. They're not in a park. Okay.
Jinx.
Not
the
at this
nanny,
time.
the nanny cams are both pointed at them and active. So
Okay.
they're both in bed.
All right.
Uh,
How many babies per hour can your cameras do?
it depends how closely you put them together.
Good answer. All right. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Sorry.
So, been working a lot. We updated our parts recently, which is cool. We've been learning about the next generation of parts at work because my current line has a final number, and we're slated to get that hopefully by the end of the fiscal year. So that's cool. Along with the new parts, we're going to get new coworkers. We're training 4 people this week in a team of 18, which is whimsical considering, you know, everywhere is hiring and can't find work, and we are training too many people. All of you are all of us are professionals, so you know.
Speak for yourself.
And I've had the common cold for 2 weeks, and I'm feeling pretty rough. But yeah, I think I'm on the tail end of it, and I'm starting to feel a little better. So working.
Well, that's good.
Oh, and working out. Been working out and hit the gym. Trying to
Nice.
Getting
lose
swole
100 pounds
again.
before November.
Yeah. You say you're trying to lose weight or put on weight? I didn't
Lose
hear you.
100
Lose.
pounds.
100.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
That's
What's that, like
that's a big
45 kilograms
That's
or
like-
something?
It's like 10 newborns.
I believe.
10 hefty newborns.
We have gone to a bad place. We've gone to a bad place.
Nurgle's mower could take care of that 100 pounds for you.
We've gone to a bad place, and I'm sorry for what I contributed to it.
Chig, your friends in Shinrarta won't pull me.
They're
What?
scared.
I am at the drop point of the star. Like if I move any closer, I'm gonna emergency stop on this
All right,
thing.
I'm
And
gonna.
they circle, but they won't come in for the interdiction.
They don't want to
You
fight
see all
right on the
four
edge
of
of the
them,
star.
They don't. They're scared of this star, and I'm just chilling here.
Well, I'll hop in my the Phantom I've got here, and I'll fly out there.
I know. I want them here. I want them at the star.
Okay, I'll just let you play then. That's fine. All right.
So I've been drifting around the Vanguard ship as I do because I'm not going to fight Thargoids while I try to record a podcast. And Commander Andrew 01, who's also often here, is here flying a Challenger and just he's shooting a repair limpet at me. How kind. Anyway, he was just deployed his landing gear and tried to plug himself onto the side of the ship like a Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer style. Sat there for a while. So I shone some lights on him, and he decided to fly off and shoot a repair limpet at me.
Drift away like the garbage.
Just
the rest of the
interactions.
garbage. Yep. Anyway, that's that was timely. But Teflon, what's
What?
up, Teflon? What? How you doing?
Wags.
Wags.
He's half asleep over there on the couch now.
How much does he weigh?
Um,
I'm not going to kill him.
no, he weighs about. I want to say about maybe 12 or 15 pounds.
Right on.
I don't
Please
know.
safe.
Yeah, he's fine. He's safe. He's too fast for that anyway.
Yeah,
right
but those autonomous snowblowers will get him every time.
He is an all white dog, so he can get lost in the snow at night. No. I'm out on expedition still. On what I have affectionately called Expedition Roy. Because it's Roy's expedition, and I'm the only one who posts about it on Twitter because I post my screenshots on Twitter. So I started the hashtag Expedition Roy to put screenshots in one place so they're easy to find.
Is it
Because my friends on Twitter like to
colon Roy or just Expedition Roy?
It's not. It has nothing to do with Roy's colon.
Of course.
Not yet.
Of course.
Let's not
Give it a
derail
minute.
this. Let's not go there.
How has Roy's colon been lately?
I'll let you know when we get there on this fabulous journey.
And there we go.
If he was sitting up in Roy's Expedition voice channel, I was going to drag him in here just to ask him that question, but he's not on.
He's not on. The other thing I've been doing, I played CQC the other day on Easter with Chig and them. It's always a pleasure when I can be in there and provide those guys with some kills. And occasionally still one, because that's the only way I ever get any kills in CQC. Other than that, I'm excited for the new Thor movie.
Yeah, that looks fun.
That's just a couple of weeks off, isn't it?
That's in July.
I thought it was in May.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is in May. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm super excited for the new Thor movie because I loved Ragnarok and I love the look of this one.
Yeah,
it looks good.
In fact, that movie poster of it, I think I'm going to want to order and hang up of my computer.
Yeah, the teaser trailer was fun too.
Oh, it was fantastic. I can't wait. And doing D&D stuff. Always doing D&D stuff.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much. Oh, I started playing Crusader Kings 3 again. So I'm going to eat the Pope.
Eat the Pope. Eat the Pope.
I'm going to eat the Pope.
Woo!
Woo!
Then I'm going to eat the Holy Roman Emperor, just for good measure.
The daily double.
I don't know, Trax. That seems like a pretty full show we just had.
Yeah. You guys ready to call it off? Or?
Yeah,
I don't know how we top eating the Pope and the Holy Roman Emperor. I mean,
And
Yeah,
babies
let's-
per hour. I don't know.
Let's do the cheese of the week, and then we'll call it.
Well, let's get a squad update in here since it is our duty. So let's do that next.
Duty.
So how about we do a squad update? Bang! Squadron update.
Oh, I did the Chig one. That must have been really confusing for everybody.
It was, since Chig was talking when you started it.
Chig interrupting Chig. Good God. Chigception.
It's a
Exception.
Chigception. Oh, which could be a good or a bad thing. Who knows? I need to stop talking about that.
So what's going on with the Loose Screws in-game player faction, friends?
I'm glad you asked. So we're going into expansion again because, BGS is uncontrollable thanks to FDEB and how they've changed the economy. But we don't want to go down that road. We have just, as of today's tick, retaken control in Lambda Andromeda. We need to get ourselves a little bit of space there so we don't fall right back into another election. We are trying to close the gap in Snoqui Xian. So we've still got to take more bases so we can eventually pick up Myka's Rest, which is our end goal there. And at the moment, we have an election and a war going on. They are both in Antal power play systems that we just happen to occupy. We want to lose both of them. We do not want to win the election or the war in Antal systems because we do not want to take over Antal systems. Our government is not compatible with Antal, and they cooperate well with us. We cooperate with them. We have a friendly relationship, so we don't want to screw up their power play. Anything you want to add to that, Hate? And that's a no.
You need to lose.
I
We need to
myself, so I can
lose.
pop.
It's a
He just
really
lost
hard
5.
concept, but
He just
we
lost 5 pounds.
don't want success here.
Yeah, we do not want to win in the Prav Antal systems, or Pranav Antal, however you pronounce his crazy name.
Hey, go ahead and say what you were going to say, buddy.
Definitely be in the Discord. Definitely look at the standing orders. Definitely practice reading comprehension.
Yes, yes, and yes.
I would say
Definitely, yes.
if you if you can hear the sound of my voice and you ever turn in bounties for loose screws, like if you're for some reason AFKing a type 10 to make a lot of money, or if you're doing random missions and you just want to do some stuff, if you are about to turn in something for loose screws, please check the standing orders channel first. There is often lots of places that we do not want bounties turned in. There is always somewhere where you can turn them in to great benefit.
Yeah.
But there is often somewhere that you can't turn it in. And if you don't check that, you are screwing us up.
Yeah,
and
I would say that the default position is don't turn in the bounties anywhere except the places we have specifically said to turn in bounties.
And for dedicated players, we are looking for champions of systems like Teflon and the Governor of Calorum.
Yep.
There's only one Teflon.
There is only one Teflon. There is only one Calorum. There's only one government.
Didn't we just make Lark Shadow recently the governor of some system?
The governor of ship systems? What?
Of some system.
Shots fired.
At you.
Usually.
Recently found out Lark Shadow was a fan of famed classical Greek physicians, too. Hippocrates.
Don't make fun of that. That's unkind.
Or if you are going to make fun of that, you at least have to explain it for the people who don't read the Discord.
No. If you don't read the Discord, you're missing out.
It's true. You're missing it out.
I'm comfortable letting that ride.
I'm just teasing Lark Shadow. Lark Shadow, no, I have nothing against him. He's a great guy.
Some of my best friends are Lark Shadows. Lovely guy.
Nice one.
I like that. That was a good one. Yeah.
All right. on that, I'm going to jump onto our next segment. We have yet another recording from Commander J. Barron. Here comes Blame the Bard. I'm not responsible for the contents of this recording.
Stop struggling. No more. No. That's better. Boss is tied up today. Time for me to play. What's there to say? Oh my. On April 14th, the Molinists eagerly wait on the casting couch to beg pilots for new starports. On the 15th, Zach Rackham wants folks to play with his rock-hard election. On the 18th, the big three like it when Salvation plays rough and dirty. On the 19th, Liam Rui wants his adventures recorded for future generations. Oh, Timmy, no CG this week? That's fine. Sure, the Thargoids will give us plenty of that sticky green, moisturizing cream to lather ourselves with. The boss got free.
Wait, is that how it ends?
I feel like we need a content warning on this.
Oh my god!
We gave us one.
Disturbing.
I knew enough to know that was a bad one, but I had not listened to it all.
This episode is really, really going
You got
down
the
the drain.
explicit tag
Oh my God.
on this episode.
I mean,
for sure.
I try to always give us the explicit tag because let's be real.
Yeah.
I think we really deserve it this time.
I don't know
Wait,
if
wait.
iTunes
Nothing
has
else in
has something above a mature rating, but I feel like we're going to find out with this episode.
Yeah.
That was like Beetlejuice erotica.
That's exactly right. Oh my god.
J. Barron, buddy, if you need help, blink.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so about the Galnet business. So I understand that the Thargoids did explode today or something, or attack. Did they explode or attack?
They attack 3 new systems that are
Okay.
well within the boundaries of the bubble.
Did I hear something about persistent non-human POIs?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
AXI tested and confirmed that before I tested and then reconfirmed that. I asked in the AXI Discord's question channel 4 hours ago if those were likely to come or go in the third system / go from all 3. But they have confirmed in 2 of the systems that they are POIs.
Okay. So those have been really nice for people who want to attack particular types of Thargoids because they'll be repeatable. And the last time that happened was when Salvation was going to fire his super weapon, and the result was that those POIs changed to being filled with Guardian tech.
Oh,
Piles of Guardian tech that you could menu log and scoop up. So that's why I am like full on all my Guardian stuff, is because that the last time it was in Cornsar, when Cornsar got blown up by Salvation, I just went there and filled up all my Guardian stuff at one location, menu logging. So good plan. Anyway, that's important if anybody synths premium ammo or wants to unlock things and stuff like that. Or actually synthing regular Guardian ammo, it all takes some kind of Guardian mats. So
Correct.
yeah. So that's fun. Also, I'm told that the heat sinks, the Sirius Corporation super engineered heat sinks are still not available and are delayed indefinitely or something. Someone help me.
Basically, yeah, ARF said today that they're delayed a while longer, and I think Kate mentioned that was I just caught that little blurb. I didn't have context on it, but Hate said then that was so that they can stay as, more of a premium item for the people that went through the work of getting them a bit longer. So
Okay. Just holding them back for a bit.
yeah, but define a while. I don't know, in 2028 they may release them. That could be a while, or it could be 2 weeks from now. I have no idea.
I'm real interested in the focused lightweight point defense turrets because I like PDTs.
Really?
And they had a CG where you could get one once.
Yeah,
And
that hasn't come to the tech brokers.
Yeah, the focused would give it extra armor penetration, so it would be better against torpedoes and Thargons.
It's a faster projectile as well, which is important.
Yeah.
As we all know, the only thing consistent about FDev is their inconsistency. Sometimes they put it out after a couple of weeks. Sometimes something hasn't been out yet. We just don't know. You just gotta hope and pray.
A, it's nice that they have said, "Hey, we know you guys noticed that we haven't done this yet," and B, they haven't just plumb forgot that they're trying to do it. And C, it gives us hope for that point defense turret that I want.
They noticed the 5 million posts on the forum asking where the heat sinks were. That was good job catching that one.
Because the Galnet story says they will be available, which I guess technically could mean what they have said after the fact, but a normal person reading that would assume that they would be available immediately.
I found it interesting today, though, that the CG got delayed that they were going to have because of a technical issue.
Was that the one that appeared?
Maybe I don't know. I'm holding out hope that means that it's some kind of new CG. Maybe a CG that's actually involving some stuff on the ground, or something brand new to the game. But it could be as simple as Bob spilled his coffee on the backup hard drive, and now we gotta rewrite some stuff. I have no idea what technical glitch delaying something means, but to me, it sounds like it's hopefully something new.
Just watch the Corvette explode in the toaster rack of Jameson Memorial.
Wasn't
something new? Maybe that has to do with the fact that. So I'm sitting at Vanguard, the formerly. It's the formerly Aegis ship, the AX mega ship, and it is currently manned by Frontline Solutions.
Yep, that sounds like a clue that things are going to be moving to the ground. But speculation.
Yeah. So they're taking over operations of this from Aegis. They
took over temporarily, but the Galnet article specifically states their CEO does not want this to be a permanent solution. They are not interested in AX combat.
Never.
Oh, never.
Yeah, definitely not. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, no. Look away. Look away.
Yeah. All right. You guys, that's exactly how I feel.
They should have had it run by not Aegis. That's what they should have said. It's just
not Aegis.
Not Aegis.
The artist formerly known as Aegis.
Yeah.
It's Boyce Larson. Boyce is in charge.
It's my man Boyce.
Yeah.
So today was Thursday, which means there's another Frameshift live. No, there was 5 and 6 now since we last had our episode. And I didn't get to watch any of today, but on last week on Frameshift Live 5, they continued calling out some podcasts and stuff like us, for example. And so because he keeps saying the name of our episodes, we got Bruce to say the words issue tracker by putting it in our episode title.
Did he say for Congress?
He did. He said issue tracker for Congress, which is what I wrote and therefore made him say. So I guess did anybody watch enough to see whether they listed them this week? We didn't release an episode, so we wouldn't have been mentioned, but
I did test !loose screws, and it did send a link to our web node at loosescrewsed.com.
Oh, wow. We have an exclamation point command. I never even noticed that.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't want to go to those streams to ask about smooch and targoids.
So we're kind of a big deal now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it's all because of
Thargoid booty.
It's all because of Teflon. He's the reason we've made it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Down.
We actually were getting very little attention from them before that. So
all I want to say about these Friendship Drive episodes that they're doing is they better put out some actual information soon, or our buddy DJ Wiley's head may explode.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
We need to
His
have,
blood pressure goes up and up every time they do an episode that is like, and it has, there's no news. We're just going to talk about, community stuff and screenshots and play the game a bit. That's like unacceptable.
Yeah,
Pretty
DJ
soon-
Wiley. And Alec Turner's he's at a wit's end with this stuff too, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty soon, every Thursday, he's going to have to start taking a Xanax.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, there will be a forum post preceding any announcement.
Any
I'm pretty
actual
sure.
news.
Yeah.
I'm more worried he's going to go lay on the lawn in some park that Nurgle runs and just end it
Get
all.
run over by a mower.
So in all seriousness though, about that issue, the thing is that it would be totally okay for that to be the streams that they do, right? If they hadn't done anything else prior to this, right? Like doing a community stream where the community managers play the game and talk about community creations and do the screenshots and all that stuff. That's just celebrating the game. And that would be totally fine in totality for what they could do as streams. But people want news, and that's what's causing the problem, right?
Yeah,
well,
go ahead.
The problem is not that there was no news on the stream. The problem is that there's no news.
And there's a stream.
Well, no, I mean, if they were, say, posting news in forum posts on the FDev forum, and then the stream was just about community relations, this would not be a problem. The problem is that there's no news.
Okay.
And I'm with that. Right now, these streams, I can understand people's frustrations with them because of the fact that there is no news, but yet we're still communicating with you. You wanted communication. This isn't communication. This is, fluff just out there. And if you're actually talking to us, we know you know something. Give us any little morsels, some dev discovered that, the GPUs weren't fully utilized. We're looking into it. Something, just say something.
Oh my God. My
anything.
whole body just tingled when you
Plug
said
the
that.
issue. Plug the issue tracker.
So actually, I just did a little checkup on it. The issue, low FPS coincides with low GPU CPU utilization, has climbed to number 11.
Wow.
On the tracker currently. I know that there's, I've been hammering it. I've been asking other content creators, as politely and non-bothersomely as I can to plug it also. I know Burr and Rainey have been talking about it to their crew a bit. And so sitting at number 11, the link's in the show notes. The link is also pinned in our hardware channel in Discord. If you haven't voted, please do. If you're not sure if you want to vote, please just come and read what I put there and view the evidence that I provided, because it is quite compelling, as is all of the many reports that they can repeat it.
Is there an issue? I haven't looked at the issue tracker other than the issues I've gone to vote on, but as the doors and crotches, is that on the issue tracker? Have people pointed out that the portraits aren't
not that I don't know,
aren't showing right? Because that is just so freaking asinine.
Would you change your vote to doors and crotches?
I would definitely have. No, I like that bug actually. I like when you're in a station and you don't know what kind of random shit you're going to see instead of actually, the pictures of the
Why don't you go
people.
ahead and explain that? Because this whole phrasing and everything happened on a stream and not on the podcast.
Yes. It's when you go into any station or mega ship or whatever, and you've got your factions, you've got your faction leaders. Yeah, as of update 11, you have your faction leaders, and you just get a portrait there of them. No big deal. Well, now for some reason, since update 11, it must take some random screenshot of them every time you dock, because you'll get their face or their feet or just a door behind where they were standing or something. And I just referred to it as, all these doors and crotches we're getting, because we're not getting their actual faces. And it's really creepy, if you've got night vision on, because some of them will just be these creepy, interdimensional alien looking things, because it's that green pixelated, no eyes just insanity. And I don't know how the hell this bug came to be, what kind of coding they're doing, how they're generating these pictures. It's all insane. But you'll get the same thing, like if you start out on foot and, when you log on and you get in your ship, your portrait, when you look at your lower panel, will not be just your normal portrait. You'll have like, the other day it was my boots is what my portrait was.
Why?
I'm like, why is that my
Why?
boots? So I don't know what they're doing or how
Why
they
does-
manage these things.
Why does that image even exist?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's clear, right? Like Chig said, they're generating it on the fly somehow, and it's not just some thing in a database, but it's it is funny. So we were playing in Thargoid Land the other night. I was doing a stream, and that became the phrase, like, as in, check your corners. We were saying, get ready, don't forget your limpets, stay frosty, everybody, doors and crotches. So
This is
anyway.
what you miss out on when you don't tune into the streams.
Yeah, you miss out on doors and crotches.
Doors and crotches. All right. Well, anyway, yeah. So the links are there. Vote up on the issue tracker. It is. I'm going to update the notes because it says currently 16, and it has come up to number 11 now. Fantastic. And I would love for that to keep climbing and eventually be unavoidable and need an answer.
that'll happen.
Yeah, that shows a level of faith that none of the rest of us have.
But the salt is getting thick. But I mean, honestly, they could come like, what was the one they just removed recently? Because they said, well, after much consideration, we've decided this is just too hard to fix. Is they put out post saying, sorry, too hard to fix.
Right, planetary texture tiling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
I mean, just tell us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that event proved to me that they were still looking at it. So.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they didn't say it was too hard to fix. They just said they weren't going to devote the resources to it.
They said it would take too much effort that they could put into other things, essentially.
And they were going to have to fix it. They would have to reshuffle the whole galaxy again, which means they would have to do that thing where they co-opt all the computers in the office to do whatever it's called, a burn-in or whatever, where they all sit there and just calculate from the numbers the planetary surfaces.
Right.
Yeah.
Have
to go through that whole process again. So.
Well, yeah. Well, do it.
Do
it. If that's what it takes to fix it, fix it. I don't understand it. Maybe that's why a lot of things don't get fixed, is because they just
order
are
and
afraid.
install newer hardware and then do it.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone's asking me, not that you were, but the tiling of planetary textures seems to be, it was partially fixed or something. Like, I get that it was a lot worse before, and it sure doesn't seem like it's that bad now. And that is way, way down the list of priorities, if you ask me personally, because that doesn't impede anybody from playing the game. That doesn't blue adder you every time you jump in and out of a conflict zone.
That doesn't
cause your bonds or your bounties to not be payable until you menu log. It doesn't cause conflict zones to spawn no interceptors.
How do you know?
How do I know?
How do you know that problem could be what's causing all of the other problems? Because
it's
literally
because
we don't know.
They've discovered it's that big a problem, and that's why
we have all of our
they
problems.
Won't fix it. That's why they don't have the resources, because it's that big. Well, I'm out of episode content unless there's some other discussion you want to have, and besides cheeses and movies and stuff. So
cheesy movies.
Is yours. And
45 years old yesterday. Annie Hall, a movie I didn't watch for many, many years because that won the Oscar in 1977 over Star Wars. So I refused to watch that movie for like I don't know. I think I watched it 5 years ago for the first time. It's actually a pretty Oscar-worthy movie. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie, but because it beat out Star Wars, I did not watch that movie for 35 years. So, anybody have any thoughts on that? That's the only movie anniversary of note this week.
I'm actually surprised it's only 45 years old. I would have thought older than that.
1977. And if we do the math, if we ask Dubs, he couldn't do it because
Wait, Dubs is your math
fingers
expert?
or toes. Yeah,
I can do fast math.
You didn't even know what an hour was earlier, so
Fast, not accurate.
fast, not accurate. And I've got the perfect cheese this week if we want a cheese.
Ooh, I
Just
always
because
want cheese.
Just because you don't want this cheese, I'm bringing one back because of how weird this episode's been. I'm bringing back Casu Marzu.
What do they call
what cheese is that?
The maggot
cheese. You guys remember that one?
Is that the maggot cheese?
That's the maggot cheese.
Yeah.
The cheese out of Sardinia. Island off of Italy down there where they make this cheese and it's fermented and there's actual maggots in the cheese when you cut into it, still live and wriggling. They tell you actually to make sure to cover your eyes when eating it because these little buggers can leap up to 6 inches out of the cheese.
What?
So
no.
Yeah.
Shut your fucking mouth.
And that's
maggots leap.
Yeah, I had never heard of such a thing in my life either, and I would have to see it before I actually believe it, but that's what the description of the cheese says.
Leaping maggots, Batman.
Leaping maggots. I think that's going to be it. You guys want them to say that next Thursday?
Oh, that'd be great if
Leaping maggots.
Wow.
I
think 6 inches is really underselling it, but I saw some real wild maggots when I was a trash man.
Yeah.
Go on.
Look.
Tell me about that.
We operate 3 trash trucks at work. I can take pictures that will curl your toes.
I think pictures are going to do it more justice than old fisherman's tales.
Hey guys,
go curl your wife's toes. I don't
look at
look
at the recording booth.
Oh no!
What did you do?
Oh no!
Oh no! You did it. You put
great.
You put the booty on their green screen.
Are we cyberbullying? No, that's not cyberbullying.
Yes.
They put those up there with intent for them to be used like this,
nice.
exactly like this.
Nice. Awesome.
Intended use. Yep. Wow.
I watched the Batman movie. It came out on HBO Max. It's pretty good.
How sweet is it?
It's pretty good. It's long. It's like 3 hours long. I didn't realize that when I sat down to watch it. It's like 2.5, 3 hours.
How many hours of Batman movies do we have now?
Too many.
It's been rebooted more than anything like ever, and they keep getting longer.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's dark, stressful, kind of depressing. It was pretty good.
So it was a typical Batman movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to do like a ground level, gritty Batman. So every other Batman, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Every other Batman.
Really breaking the mold.
It's another Batman movie. Yeah.
Well, until they stop making money, that is literally the only factor deciding whether any movie gets made or gets a sequel.
That's true.
All I want from the DC expanded universe or whatever they're calling it now is just like, go watch
decent movie.
Just go watch Justice League Unlimited, right? The old cartoon Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
Go watch that. That's the vibe that I would like. You know what I mean? I don't need stupid stuff.
In fact, just take Justice League Unlimited and make a movie. You've already got the script. Just do it.
Storyboarded for you.
It's all laid out for you. Just do it.
Yeah.
The thing is they just recycle everything already. Now you're wanting them to literally recycle something.
But if they're going to recycle something,
use the good stuff, right?
Right. Don't recycle the shit. Recycle the good stuff.
Well, I heard like the Star Trek animated series, the old. The one that I don't remember when they made that in the 90s or whatever.
No, not in the 90s.
No, I have no idea when that was made. They're going to be.
That was made when you and I were young, Chig.
I
making that.
I saw that too, Chig.
So, I'd never watched it, so I had no idea when that came out. I didn't know that was a thing until recently, believe it or not.
Oh, me either.
I like the Lower Decks.
Yeah,
I started
Lower Decks
watching that. I signed up for Paramount Plus to watch Halo, and I fell in love with Lower Decks.
What's the best Star Trek series out of all of them?
Is
Next Gen.
Deep Space Nine.
Next Gen is the one I enjoyed the most, but at this point, enough have happened that I haven't even watched half of them, I think.
I don't know. I might
Because
say Voyager because Voyager has 7 of 9.
Yeah, but Voyager, seriously.
Answer. That is not the right answer.
Voyager, think about this. It was the first and only female captain they put in a series, and the whole premise of the series is she got lost. I mean, come on. That was just
a little insulting.
a little,
Just
come
a
on,
little, yeah.
misogynistic bastards.
Original series all the way.
Original's good, too.
Oh, you would say that.
Yes, I would.
Deep Space Nine, original, Next Generation. And I like Discovery. People are going to moan that
You're
one
gonna get,
when they hear it.
you're gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm going to
shit
get
about
hate
that.
mail for that.
I can't even watch any.
I
can't
didn't
even
watch
it. Yeah.
anything after Voyager, so I only have those, and I really have only seen a handful of the original series. Original series is a little old for like I can't quite do the 60s thing with it. So anyway, really I've only seen Next Gen, Deep Space, and Voyager, so I don't really think I have a vote.
You're in good shape. You're in good shape.
Yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm not worried about it.
So you didn't watch any of what was it, Enterprise?
Oh no. See, well, I mean, I probably tried. I probably watched half of an episode or something.
I tried, but I kept
like the worst.
I kept expecting him to leap out of his body in the series end. So I just couldn't do it.
That was such a great opportunity for them to show early Starfleet and how things happened, because I think those ships were only capable of like warp 2 maybe, and to really do some of the backstory, and then they had to go and do the entire time jumping storyline in it. It's like, really? Why are you doing this? Oh, it was terrible. It's terrible storytelling.
Audiences, well, I don't know if it's, I think production companies believe that audiences have a problem moving backwards, because you always try to do these like prequel kind of things and it comes out looking shinier, and you still have to do the like bigger, badder, faster, harder, better with, one-upsmanship of typical sequel stuff, right? And I feel like that's where everything suffers. This is like, so the Star Trek, it's supposed to be before, when the technology is not as good, but things don't look older. You know what I mean? Like if they had taken it back and made it look more like the original series, the way the everything looked, and that would have made it feel like it was actually in an earlier time. But instead it looks like Voyager, only darker and grittier, which is the process we were all heading down the whole time anyway. And it's just not believable. And I felt the same way about Star Wars prequels and everything else. Oh, like it's super ancient, but we still have to one up everything, and the action has to be so much faster and everything to try to make it seem modern. And I don't know, I feel this way about kind of everything though. Like I watched a clip of the first Iron Man movie, and like one of the first times he fights anything with his suit, and he moves slow and they do all this mechanical sound, and it's clunky, but he seems super powerful about it and everything. And then as it goes on, that's old, right? That's old hat stuff that we've all seen before. So now everything is like lightning quick, 2 frames to zip across the entire screen. And they didn't do at first they did his voice when he would speak with the mask on, he would sound like a badass robot, but then they just got rid of it and it's just Junior, RJ's voice.
Have you watched some of the stuff on how those were made?
How what was made?
Especially the Iron Man stuff.
Oh, not really, no.
In the early movies, they had him in a pseudo suit that, of course, they did CGI over it to pretty it up.
Yeah.
It was a bust, right?
So that he would move like he was in one, and then by the time you get to like the Endgame movies, he's basically wearing a CGI skin, dots that they just CGI it all over, which is why they ended up with the stupid idea for the nano suit and all that other crap.
But they had to make it turn into all the shapes and stuff.
Right.
It's nanos.
He wasn't flying?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I'm with you. When they moved
the people in porn aren't really in love.
Yeah.
What?
Are you telling me they're not actually step siblings?
Exactly.
Okay, I have to cut this off. This is actually over the line, so we've got to end. Is there any other business you guys want to get into the episode here?
No, we don't need any more business like that in the episode.
No more business. Fantastic. All right, everybody. If you like the show, please give us a rating and review. I'll tell you what, if we get 10 reviews on iTunes before the next episode, I
will post a
will.
booty pic.
What?
I said Trax will post a booty pic.
Oh, I was just going to reward the reviewers somehow
with the booty pic.
Was it booty pic?
I think you're not understanding. We're not agreeing on our definition of the word reward.
Booty.
I was okay. Whatever. Send us reviews. I don't care. I guess do it or don't. Whatever. Join us on Discord at discord.io/loosescrews and find our merch store at loosescrews.com for mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. And that's it. Thanks everyone for joining me. Chig, Dubs, Soundboard, Data, Nurgle, Hate, and Teflon. And,
I came after Soundboard.
Babies per hour.
I read. Okay. Thanks. Good night. Good morning. I don't know. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.